We're in 101. That's pretty fucking rad.
101. This is the one where we teach you the basics of goose button.
I was just going to say, it's fun to get to 101, which sounds like a thing that like you say when you like join a college. Like your RA is like, that's like a campaign your RA's running. Are RAs just the game masters of college?
I think that might give a little too much credit to RAs.
To an RA.
The dungeon masters I've had care if I'm having a good time or not. And they seem to have a plan and empathy.
You've never encountered a bad DM then, huh?
I can usually smell one.
Kevin's got that other sense where he's like, I sense railroading.
You just get the fuck out of that game.
There's nothing wrong with a little railroad. I mean, choo-choo, plot's gonna happen. Let's go.
Sometimes you gotta push through to the next station. I agree.
True. But if it's a full-on conductor, if it's a full-on the fat constable, you're like, I don't want to deal with that.
Uh-huh, yeah.
A dungeon master has never confiscated anything from my personal belongings without adequate reason.
Did a RA take your shit?
Yeah. I went to school in a place that had a lot of interesting activity. A lot of attempted knifings.
Oh, did you go to the Wired College?
Were you in Connecticut?
Close. I was in Southern Mass.
Okay, yeah, close enough.
Yeah, a lot of arson. We had an arsonist that was a serial arsonist that was running loose on campus for like 2 years, never caught.
Sorry, just like that's not what I thought of for college crimes. Just someone like burn down the library.
Here's the thing: the entire campus was stone. It was cement. Like so.
Well, I hope that arsonist took a Fire 101 course while they were in college.
Me too.
They got to figure out to go to a new school.
Wait, did they catch him?
No.
Damn.
No, they never caught the serial arsonist. If it was one person or many, we'll never know.
Oh my god, it could have been copycat arsonist.
Copycat arsonist, yep.
But the arsonist was a big deal for like 2 or 3 years of my college experience.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Totally.
See, I never went to sleepaway college, so I didn't get I never had RAs.
What was the incident on your college campus?
The incident. I mean,
oh, I got a good one. It's a small one. I got one.
Yeah.
There was a kid that I went that I specifically had in classes with me. A bit of a hothead, bit of a scoundrel. One time fought with him during the Iraq War in class. When he was talking about how it was a great war, and wow, and I was like, you're an idiot, and I remember it like, and this isn't the incident, but I just want to paint the picture of this person, and and he was like, well, we've got to get Saddam Hussein out of there, and I was like, you realize we put him there, you realize that, and he said to me, well, how do you know that? And I said, I read it in a book. I mean, I read it in a book. There's books. It's called history class, buddy. Do you not remember history class? And my teacher fucking laughed and had to turn around and laugh because I was fucking destroying this kid in the middle of class.
And then you got an A that day. You got an A for sure.
Yeah, you got an A for the day, baby.
So I did that, and then I'm gonna say that I'm gonna take credit for the incident that happened. I'm gonna say that I pushed this kid over the edge. This kid hot-headed one day and ripped an entire urinal off of a wall in a bathroom, in an upper floor bathroom in one of the residence halls, and flooded the entire residence hall.
He did that because of you embarrassing him, Paul. You made him feel so bad.
I shamed him. He ripped a Can you imagine? Think about a urinal. Those things are fucking secure. They're like welded into the wall.
Like with a toilet, it's like kind of precariously hanging off the wall sometimes. Yes. I could see that happen. Sometimes it's just a pipe. Right. But a urinal, that's like flush with the wall.
It had to be like one of the little like bowly ones, right? That's like just the bottom bowl. You know what I mean? It had to be that size, right?
See, at my college, we just all peed into a drain. We didn't have these fancy urinals.
We had our big communal drain. And
I remember at the drive-in movie theater near me, there was a giant rusted tub that everyone pissed into. It was disgusting. It was like you're like, I mean, look, I know it's Spartan amenities because we're at the drive-in movie theater, but you can't do better than the rusted tub that we're all pissing into?
I've never been a fan of like the trough style urinal.
Yeah, where you like got a pack of hot dogs hanging around, just leaking out into it. No,
I'll share a deep shame I have.
Please.
That like I feel like I don't know how old I was. I was old enough that I should have known better. And at a Notre Dame football game back in Indiana, I don't know how I just somehow had never seen the piss troughs, or something. Like I just forgotten them, and so I go into this bathroom, and it's surprisingly a sports stadium where no one else is in it at the time. And so I used a toilet,
right,
and then I was like, well, okay, where do I go wash my hands?
Did it have a spigot?
No.
And it had like, it was like a urinal trough, but it had like a water spout just kind of constantly putting out water. So I was like, oh, I guess that's how you wash your hands. And so I started washing my hands. And then as I do this like drunk old guy comes in from outside and starts pissing in the urinal next to me in the trough. And he kind of realizes as he's pissing what I'm doing. And we are both way too close to each other's, fluid contacts, and he just starts laughing at me, and I realize, and more people come in to start pissing in the trough, and I'm like, wait, is this not sync? And then like a bunch of old men laughed at me, and I gotta hope I wash my hands somewhere else, but I just,
you got out. You had to abandon
I had to
that
get out.
scene.
I ran away crying.
That's a bad scene.
God.
Yeah.
I thought that story would end with you pooping in the trough.
That's what I thought too. Kevin, I was waiting for the poo trough. I was waiting for that.
Do I think that someone in Notre Dame Stadium full of fucking monsters has done that before? Yes.
I mean, the fact that the tendrils of Notre Dame reach out to everywhere else in America, like... I know there's some scoundrels at
God, Notre Dame fucking sucks. The fact that you all also had to deal with what I thought was only regional, that Notre Dame buys the rights to stream Notre Dame football games on ABC nationally.
Yeah, it's an institution.
I thought that was just for our town. And then I went to we were in another state traveling sometime. I'm like, wait, like people in California have to watch the fucking Notre Dame game every Sunday? Like, while there's 50 other games going on, and Notre Dame used its money to just lock that in for Regis Philbin to be able to watch it remotely.
Yeah, man.
I was like, that sucks. That did not feel good.
But you washed your hands at the altar of Notre Dame.
In the shadow of Touchdown Jesus.
Oh,
you know about Touchdown Jesus?
No, I don't know. I don't know about. Is that guy that prayed? The football guy that prayed? Was he there?
You mean Rudy?
No, Tebow. Praying guy.
Tebow. No, it's weird that Tebow didn't go to Notre Dame. He wanted more of that southern vibe, I guess.
Right.
Notre Dame, very religious college, very pious, very respectful, very conservative. And, right behind the goalposts of Notre Dame's end zone is a massive building in Notre Dame that's probably like 20 stories tall.
Whoa.
And one side is a giant mural of Jesus with his like hands up in like a...
It's good. Yeah. Like it's good.
And it's good. It's done like an old Renaissance painting.
But it's in football. But he's football posing.
The way a ref would throw up their arms and go, it's good. Jesus is doing that.
Wow.
And so like everyone's like, that's Touchdown Jesus.
That's cool as hell, actually.
It was cool as hell. And then
that's up there with the double finger point Jesus.
Yeah. Chad, when you said that this college was conservative and hyper religious, I was like, I'm interested, but I need something to tip me over.
Oh my God, Touchdown Jesus is on this college's side, and he is calling the game.
Now I know they have a fun and funky Touchdown Jesus.
Whoa, hold on a second. This is tremendous. Wait, this can't be what you were talking about. This is a statue of Touchdown Jesus. This isn't it. I see what you're talking about, though.
I think they got the scale wrong between the cross and Jesus. He was...
Yeah.
I imagine the cross had to have been bigger.
Yeah, also, that painting of Touchdown Jesus is not what I don't know why that painting depicted Touchdown Jesus rising through the crowd. Like, that is if they pushed a lever and then a Neon Genesis Evangelion building just sprung up from the ground and disrupted the crowd. Touchdown Jesus is here. Like,
every time they're kicking a field goal, they have to spread the ground out.
People have to run away.
They got that orange demon liquid instead of the Gatorade in there.
Oh my God, Lou Holtz, the old coach, is just like doing the Shinji's dad pose and watching.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Chad was talking about Touchdown Jesus at Notre Dame, but apparently I found a statue picture of a Touchdown Jesus. That's in Ohio. Here's how we knew that the world was heading into a terrible place. In the 2010s, that was hit by a lightning and turned into a flaming Jesus touchdown.
Oh my God.
The world has ended, and that is the sign that we were all waiting for. There it is.
The Touchdown Jesus statue from Ohio looks a lot more, not like forsaken, but also just like it's half submerged in water for some reason, like it's drowning.
Why is it flammable?
Yeah, what did they do? Cover it in oil? What the fuck?
The stone was so cursed that God said, I smite this bad false idol.
I do not like that you made the cross so small. I will smite this idol.
Word from on high. Nah.
Nah. Lead us in to the book Touchdown Jesus with that.
Speaking of Touchdown Jesus, today we are playing the Cleric.
The
most exciting class.
Yeah. The most hyper conservative religious class.
Yeah.
Or maybe Paladin. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, Paladin's a little both of the god classes are a little near.
Yeah, I think, well, it's funny, we were talking about this, I think, when we were playing video games, and I was talking about Josh being a very zealous person. Not in a religious way.
Yeah.
Our friend Josh Howell.
Josh Howell. Omega Bagel.
That he was a very zealous person. And I brought up the Cleric first, and it was funny because I think Paladin probably would be considered the more like militant religious one, right?
5e paladins are they don't have to serve a god. You can just like believe something really hard and be a paladin.
There we go. And that I think is what I meant by the zealousness of Josh.
Yeah.
It's maybe the physical action of the paladin that I see, and that like a cleric would be like, I smite you from afar with like, burning light, and then a paladin's like, I'm gonna bash your fucking brain in, you stupid goblin. Like I feel like that level is somehow more zealous.
It's more personal.
Like, More personal, yeah.
With like clerics and warlocks, I don't play a game to be like middle management. Like, why is there a dude calling the shots above me when I play one of these classes?
Yeah, I'm never like I am gonna serve this lord. I never want to do that. The only lord I serve is me.
Sorry, that's such a great way to look at the entire religion system.
It really is.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a great way to look at the entire religion system of our existence.
But I had to get this book because it has a dwarf on it.
I felt like I knew you got it because it had the dwarf on it. So we're playing it. It's a D&D Choose Your Own Adventure. It's an adventure episode.
Mm-hmm. Endless adventure.
Endless quest.
It's an endless quest. So we will be passing this book around forever now. Having adventures whenever we feel like it.
This is going to be a long episode.
Yes, it is. I saw you pick this one, and I was like, well, he definitely picked it for the dwarf, but I feel like, were you conflicted? Because, I mean, it was a religious dwarf.
You know, one of the things you have to kind of accept about the D&D dwarf is they are kind of, like, conservative.
Right, okay.
As far as, like, how D&D wants you to play them. Like, they're just, like, blue-collar, hardworking craftspeople who super believe in, like, Moradin or one of their dwarf gods or whatever.
If you're working in those mines and your friends are getting crushed by stone every day, by Rock and Stone Brothers, you need to believe in something other than the mountain.
Even Gimli, I feel like, is kind of got conservative, right? Like, he's a little, I don't know.
In the movies, yes. In the books, less so.
Interesting, because it's been a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think the adventure did good for him because it exposed him to some outside cultures, which was a real positive for him.
Yeah.
Well, the thing you have to remember about Gimli is that his dad was imprisoned by Legolas's dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's a bit of bad blood there.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're friends is pretty remarkable, and it shows. And also, you get Gimli like teaching people about his people, like being more open than like any dwarf has been about like, let's go see the Mirror, like the big shiny lake. That's awesome.
Yeah, he took Legolas into the inner cloister.
He did, and he also fucked him.
He definitely. They fucked at Mirror for sure. I'll never forget the moment of when I was reading that book, and I was reading the part where him and Legolas are walking through Gondor.
Yeah, Minas Tirith.
They're walking through Minas Tirith.
Right?
Yep. It's Minas Tirith. Yeah, and they're like, wow, this place fucking rocks. And then they're like, these humans can do something occasionally, sometimes. And they were like, well, they're gonna outlive us because they fuck a ton. So that sucks.
Yeah, so we better start boning ourselves.
Oh no, but we can't procreate.
I like that Gimli gets to go off into the west just because Legolas is like, fuck it, I'm building a boat and bring him a boyfriend, and he's coming to heaven.
Yeah, he's coming to heaven with
me. So we're playing as I guess you read ahead, Kevin. You did a little prep. The fact you already know that we're a cleric.
No, it says in a big shiny silver badge, "You are the cleric!" Exclamation point.
Okay, never mind.
So introduce this book one more time. The book we are reading is Dungeons & Dragons Endless Quest Into the Jungle by Matt Forbeck for ages 8 to 12.
Okay,
I hope it's not like Upton Sinclair's The Jungle, but otherwise, let's do it.
It might have been an influence. We'll see.
Yeah. If at some point we have to feed a child to rats, we'll know.
And then make the rats into hot dogs.
Yeah. Do we need to establish any rules if this is your first time listening to an adventure? We live as long as we want to live, I guess.
Yeah, that's
what the new rule.
We there are rules if we so choose to agree to them, but we can also choose not to agree to them. So
yeah. In general, we try to shoot for like an hour to an hour and a half podcast. So if we're in that range and we die,
we're good.
We're kind of doing what like a DM would do anyway, of like reading the room, reading the time energy of like, okay, well, we're out of pizza. Everyone's getting petering out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time for them to wrap up this dungeon pretty soon.
I feel like there might be a lot of ways to die in this one. I don't know. I'm going to call it. This might be a perilous one. So
it feels like there's going to be a lot of decisions and a lot of pitfalls.
Okay.
The other thing I want to point out about this book, you guys can't see it, but it is full color.
All the way?
Wow.
All the way. Glossy pages. A lot of art that's been like just sort of lifted from like the various D&D like core books, but represented in a really appealing way.
Oh, that's cool.
So I feel like someone actually gave a crap about this book. So I've got since this is a 2018 book and not like a 1996 book, like my hopes are sort of high for this one.
All right.
Oh, it's interesting. It's 2018 because I know we try to find like the older ones and they are expensive. They're like $700 on eBay expensive.
Oh yeah, if you want an 80s one, you're paying some money.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if this is any good. It might be so good that it's not funny. So,
if we have a great adventure, we have a great adventure.
Yeah, we're here for the adventure. That's all. And Chad and I will be playing the adventurer, and Kevin, you will be guiding us as the bookmaster, the BM.
Yeah, I'll be BMing all over this podcast for you guys.
Mm-hmm. I hope you have a good BM today.
Me too.
So. I assume you guys are playing two. Do you guys want to be two dwarves, and we'll think of it that way, or do you guys want to be two halves of a dwarf?
I think brain? Two halves of a dwarf brain. Chad, which portion of the brain would you like?
I've been playing a lot of Disco Elysium, so I'm kind of seeing it maybe not as like just the half, like the left side or the right side, but more like I want to be the physical presence part of the brain. I want it to be reptile brain.
Okay. Okay, so you're trying to survive. I'm going to be the part of the brain which probably makes up the other 90% of the brain that is obsessed with ore. So I'm going to if there's anything that's I feel is going to lead us towards ore, I will push for that choice.
Okay. Yeah. Survival and mining, the two conflicting sides of the brain. Okay. Gotta step into that magic circle, baby.
I'm in it. I'm in the circle.
I'm with you.
Kevin, put some chimes in here. Put some chimes.
All right. Magical.
After several stomach-churning weeks at sea aboard a sloop known as the Brazen Pegasus, you finally arrive at Port Nyanzaru on the northern shore of the distant continent of Chult. The voyage from Baldur's Gate made for the longest week of your life, despite the assurances of Captain Ortame, a wily gnome with a shady past. You never got your sea legs and spent the entire time pitching back and forth across the ship's deck. Dwarves, in your opinion, were never meant to travel by sea, and you had never expected life as a cleric to ever put you upon the water. Is there not enough work to be done on your own shores, after all?
Damn.
You spent most of the trip praying to Clangadin Silverbeard, the dwarf god of honorable battle, to whom you've dedicated your life.
Okay.
That seems worthy to me. Yeah,
Clangadin sounds like a cool, EDM artist.
Yeah, Clangadin, I feel like Clangadin goes back to, 80s D&D or something like that. Like, Clangadin's been around for a while.
Yeah, Clangadin was playing some, new wave goth
totally.
dance nights. Yeah,
Clangadang, and
Clangadang.
Hoping that he might be able to deliver you from your seasickness, but that never happened.
Oh, damn, our god can't even, give us some, godly tums to, settle our stomach?
Well, we're in the water, and everyone knows dwarves just sink like stones, right? So we are in an unsafe spot, I think.
I don't think a dwarf's never going to get its sea legs. Come on.
Yeah, you only dog paddle.
Yeah. I don't even ride a horse, let alone a water horse.
The rest of the time you spent cursing at the Harpers, the semi-secret religious organization you work for, trying to do some good in this dangerous world.
Okay.
Yeah, you work for the Harpers, who have sort of a spotty history across Baldur's Gate.
Harper's Bazaar. We sell magazines.
So I was thinking, I was like, publishing house? Okay.
Door to door, would you like to read this magazine about Minotaur dating?
I have my Clangadin pamphlets that I brought along as well.
Get the word out back.
Dude, Mormon dwarves would be a fun concept. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Oh, Kevin, note that one down.
All right.
I
don't want dwarves to be the villains, though. If not for them, you would never have set foot on a boat or found yourself so far from the comforts of home. But now here you are, and you have a mission to find Artis Cimber and the Ring of Winter.
Ooh.
Cimber is a legendary member of the Harpers, a man who never ages and has done a world of good. He's gone missing, though, along with his ring, a powerful artifact that, if it fell into the wrong hands, could be used to plunge the world into an eternal winter.
Oh, okay. Also, we left Icewind Dale to find this guy?
I think you left Baldur's Gate.
Oh, Baldur's Gate. Sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna say go check Icewind Dale, maybe.
I don't have that expansion.
Damn it.
I need to tape another book onto this book.
Can I respec my class into an artificer? Is that possible? Do you have that expansion?
You are not allowed to turn this into your D&D character, Chad.
Also, no one plays artificer.
I know.
Chad does.
No, that's different. Artificer's like Magic Tony Stark.
Oh, yeah. He would.
Artificer's like my robot dad.
Right, he would have made your character. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lore, right?
Yeah, lore.
You stagger down the gangplank from the Brazen Pegasus and fall to your knees on the first patch of solid land you can find. You kiss it unashamedly and then offer up prayers of gratitude to Clangadin for delivering you there alive, if not in absolute comfort.
Yeah, I mean, the God of Battle definitely had a lot to do with us sailing really well and surviving. We battled the elements.
Hail and well met, good fellow, a bushy-bearded man says as he helps you to your feet. My name is Volothamp Jedarm, but you may call me Volo. All my friends do.
I love him already.
Volo is cool.
Do I know you, you ask, instantly suspicious? Of course not, he says with a wide and easy smile. But I can recognize a fellow intrepid traveler at a giant's pace. I write guidebooks for a living, and my publisher, Time Waterdeep Limited.
No way. No way.
Time, TYM. Sent me here on a tour to help promote my latest tome, Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Oh my god, what?
Okay.
Is this where it began?
Already we're hit with an ad.
Yeah, available now in the bookstore. Here's a link to Amazon right now.
I love that this writer was just like, I don't know, just look at publisher names, and that's what I'm going to use as my like inspo for all for the through line of this thing. Now hop upon my mechanical horse, Conde Nasty.
Leave it to a writer to write in a writer.
Hey. I mean, yes, but hey.
He's right.
Hopefully a good, sensible soul like yourself would never need a copy, though. He gives you a dubious look. I'm here on business, you inform the man. What I really need is someone to guide me. Good call! Volo gives you a jolly slap on the back. You're almost in the right place. You can find all sorts of them plying their trade here on the docks. But if you head just a little farther into town, I can introduce you to a trusted pair I know. Quasha is a local druid who works closely with a Vegapigme named Koopalue.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't know that.
Pygmy?
Yeah, I don't know this race.
You size the man up. He seems harmless enough, but is he trustworthy? He senses your hesitation and shrugs. Feel free to hire someone else, of course, or leg it out there into the jungle on your own. Chult is an amazing land of adventure, and it awaits. So here's your choice. Here's your first choice.
Yeah.
Find your own guides. Turn to page 6.
Okay.
Head into the jungle on your own. Turn to page 9. Hire Quasha and Koopalue. Turn to page 17.
Oh, jeez. I think the most direct route to order would be to just go out on our own. So I would say that for my choice.
Interesting. You think Volo's gonna like keep you from rocks?
I am not logically figuring this out. I'm just thinking purely. I mean, I guess I am logically thinking. I'm just saying I will get to Ore quicker if I go that way. So that's all. That's my choice. That's all I'm saying.
I respect that. I respect that other part of the brain. I'd say I think this person seems to be. I trust them, and I see that they know. If they wrote the Guide to the Monsters, that's like official.
We'll have to pick that up.
So not only will this person be, maybe knowledgeable of what we're going to encounter, but also they can like be a meat shield if we need to be.
Okay.
This dude's got a book deal. That means he's trustworthy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. I mean, I'm going along with it, but I will say that the ore lust has risen. That's all I will say.
I'll also ask this: how much is Kevin enjoying doing this voice for foreseeably the rest of this book?
I love it. I feel like this is a Jack Black cameo, though. I don't think Volo's coming with us into.
I would respect that too. Then go like we either go out on our own or find our own guides. But I'm down to we're Cleric. Like solo party Cleric feels like a bad
Fair.
idea.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're just going to be doing a lot of getting high on your own supply, doing a lot of self heals.
Mm-hmm.
Was one of the options to get one of these veggie pygmies? Because I'm looking at the picture that Paul you sent over, and that's exactly what I thought they were going to be. They're
Abe's Odysseys.
They're very Abe's Odysseys. Yeah, I like that.
If you follow Volo, the two guides he recommends is a druid and a vegapygmy named Koopalue. So.
Oh, so Volo's not our guide. Volo would like take us to guides.
Yeah, Volo will take you to 2 guides. You can find your own guides, or you can head into the jungle.
How tasteful do we think the vegapygmy is?
I mean, what is this book from 2018?
2018.
It's from 2018.
I gotta imagine pretty tasteful.
I guess pygmy is fine to say.
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
I say I will defer to the rock part of our brain at this point.
We're just gonna go. We're not gonna go to the pygmy.
All right, we're going out into the jungle on our own. This should be a quick one.
The ore lust has been assuaged.
You decide you can't afford to trust any guides, not when you're on such an important mission. There'd be no knowing whether their intentions were pure, and even if the guides were trustworthy, once they knew what you were hunting for, they could easily be swayed by the power offered by the ring.
That's smart.
Yep,
Smart. Good
yep.
thinking, us. Good thinking.
Instead, you buy the best equipment you can find, including an Ankylosaurus for a pack animal.
Oh, well then, of course, now I'm happy with this choice.
Fucking radical.
You strike out into the jungle on your own. How hard can navigating the jungle be, anyway? You follow the western bank of the river Shoshenstar, deep into the densest vegetation you've ever seen. The canopy of leaves becomes so thick that it blots out the sunlight, casting the jungle floor in deep shadows. It's peaceful here. Almost unbearably quiet, in fact. As you listen hard for any sign of life, you smell something worse than a rotting swamp. Then you hear a gigantic beast crashing through the jungle, as if the trees between it and you were nothing more than straw, and the ground begins to shake.
Oh, boy.
Hey, real quick, what's our ankylosaur's name?
Oh. Yeah, real quick. What's his name? He's going to be here forever. What's his name?
I mean, if the or part of your brain is naming him Tin.
Tin?
His name Tin? I love Tin.
I was going to say leg sweep, but Tin is much better. I like Tin.
Tin leg sweep.
Tin leg sweep. Tin leg sweep, the ankylosaur. I love him.
Oh,
Me too.
Man, nothing bad's ever going to happen to him. That's why. That's weird that they neglected to name him in the book. So. You look up and you see it. A gigantic dinosaur walking on its hind feet and growling at the world through yard-long teeth.
Oh, jeez.
It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Cool.
You utter a quick prayer to Clangadin, probably along the lines of holy shit. And with the power he grants you, fire bursts from your hands and runs up your arms. While it can burn your foes, your god protects you from its fiery might. You stick your arms out and wave them in front of you. It may not be the most effective attack, but it's a technique you've used many times before.
It's not even an attack, it's like a ward, like, back away. Get away from me, bear.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of taking a torch and going, get out here!
Yeah! Yeah! Clangadin!
Alright, spoiler alert, you're gonna fucking die. I see a big the end sign.
Well, we didn't pick anything!
We followed our Orlust. That was the problem.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Bad news for
Tin! Not Tin leg sweep!
Tin leg sweep!
The monster doesn't flinch, and though, after a moment, you see why, its bones are showing through its shredded flesh, a number of ribs, part of its jaw, a whole skeletal arm, yet it's staggering along just fine. On closer inspection, it's suddenly obvious just how much danger you found yourself in on this, the first day of your adventure. Stomping its way toward you is a zombie Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh,
cool.
Boy. Oh,
Turn
boy.
undead, Cleric! Turn undead!
Yeah, we got all kinds of powers against this.
In, hindsight, this is what I would do if a player was like, I'm going to ignore all of your PCs and go off.
Yeah, this is choo-choo, yeah.
Yeah. You spin around and run, leaving your Ankylosaurus behind. No!
No!
Tin! The creature makes a horrible sound as the gigantic zombie dinosaur tears it to pieces.
No!
Why did we name it? Why did we name
it? No!
Then everything becomes quiet again. You don't know which is worth. In the arms of you run through the jungle in a dead panic until you come into a clearing. It's no time to rest, though. Looking around, you realize you've stumbled into a goblin village, and the little creatures have you surrounded.
Okay.
While goblins poke at you with spears, you notice a massive tree bent over in the center of the village. Ropes lead off it in numerous places, securing it to a rather peculiar position. You wonder why, until you hear a horrible roar at the edge of the clearing. The goblins turn and flee, and the Tyrannosaurus comes straight at you. With few other options left, you kneel in the dirt and pray to Clangadin with all your might.
Hopes and prayers.
Please deliver me from this creature, you beg. The goblins are hacking away at something with axes, and you try hard not to let their labor or the monstrous Tyrannosaurus distract you from your prayer.
And hopes.
But then the ground beneath you begins to shake, and you can hold your concentration no more. What is this new danger? Opening your eyes, you study the ground beneath you. A stringy material covers the surface. Puzzled, you adjust your gaze and take it all in, and realize that the entire village was built on a gigantic net, which is attached to the tree.
What?
The goblins are chopping the ropes that hold the tree down.
I knew it was a Looney Tunes trap.
This absolute fucking obliteration of our lives that is occurring right now. A Tyrannosaurus Rex, then poked by goblins, then dropped to death.
And your eyes widen in frightened understanding as the last rope snaps. As the giant tree pings back into its upright position, the net is flung into the air, taking you and every one of the huts in the village with it and depositing it all more than half a mile away.
Wait, why? Wait, not for the dinosaur? Just like an unrelated trap?
You get away from the dinosaur, but you can't escape the landing. The village survives, but you do not. The end.
Good.
Wow!
Golly.
I can't believe we didn't get killed by the zombie dinosaur, but instead walked into a Wile E. Coyote trap.
That was the ultimate middle finger from the writer right there.
Yeah. Also, Wait, sorry, not to like be too into the notch. What were the goblins doing? The goblins are moving their village, like kind of thing. Like they're like, this is how we travel. We'll just put all the houses and we'll just fly it across.
That is very. You have to admit that's very goblin to put your entire village on a catapult.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
And so then like the house sheds just like land somewhere. They're like, that's it. This will be our new home.
Yeah,
cool.
You know where all your stuff is going to be.
I like that. Yeah.
And you know that anything that you didn't want to be alive is not going to be alive amongst the stuff.
I don't know. Kind of seems like a perfect scenario.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I hope Tin Leg Sweep is okay. Maybe a zombie somewhere.
That's what I was going to say. The only thing that's not perfect about the scenario is that Tin Leg Sweep had to suffer.
Tin Leg Sweep, I feel, can we really say he's dead? We never saw the body.
That's true.
If a zombie ankylosaur comes out in another adventure,
it's 10.
Oh my god.
It's 10.
Yeah.
So this is why we come up with rules that we choose to agree to or not agree to at our whim. And right now we are going to say, playing by the rules, we have 2 more lives.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. First heart went away. Okay, got it. Yeah.
You cast Revivify on yourself, and you turn around and walk back to town. Volo is there. Would you like to find your own guides, or would you like...
Volo's like, what's up, bitch?
Hey. What's up, idiot? Walking into the jungle on your own, huh? All right.
Okay.
Find guides or hire Volo's guides.
Urbrain does not care, because Urbrain cannot decipher which one will lead to Ur quicker.
Or go back into the jungle again and try.
That was what our... I think we need another shot of the solo run. So you looked ahead. What were the 2 guides of Volo's? It was a Vegapygmy and what was the other?
A druid.
Okay, that's very plant. That's very jungle focus. I think that's solid.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find a much better pair.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's follow Volo.
At your request, Volo takes you to the guides he mentioned and introduces you. This is Kawasha, he says, the best guide in all of Chult. He and his stalwart companion Kupalue can take care of you from... Oh wait, I'm not doing the voice, huh? This is Kawasha, he says, the best guide in all of Chult. He and his stalwart companion Kupalue can take care of you from here. With that, he turns and quickly disappears into the crowd, leaving you with...
Wow, okay,
Damn.
cool.
Yeah.
Does he get a finder's fee, maybe? I don't know.
He's probably got something set up with them.
Yeah.
My guess is they're just bros. You regard them cautiously. Kawasha is a local man, tall and dark with an easy smile. Kupalue is like nothing you've ever seen, the size and shape of a halfling, but seemingly made entirely of green mold.
Yep,
Cool.
He doesn't say a word, but he and Kawasha communicate using hand signals. Happy to help any who come to our land, especially a cleric like yourself, Kawasha says, recognizing the amulets around your neck.
I'm baiting this one.
The undead have become a plague upon Chult.
Oh, we know. We heard about them.
Oh, are they?
And anything you can do to help rid us of them will be appreciated. You take his hand and give it a firm but quick shake. You linger a little bit.
You do that thing where you rub the inside of his palm with your middle finger. You let him know.
That's an old clang-it-in handshake. That's not my purpose here, but I'm always eager to help drive such horrors from the world, you respond. Excellent, Kawasha says with a wide smile.
Fucking radical.
Kupalue pounds the end of his spear on the ground in agreement, causing little puffs of spores to rise from his skin.
I love him.
Yeah, he's cool. I think him and Tim would get along really well.
Yeah. I'm going to call you Tin.
Hey, Tin 2.
Hey, Tin 2.
Kawasha notices the uneasy glance you give his friend and broadens his smile in what you assume is meant to be reassurance. Don't worry, he says. The mold that animates Vegapygmies like my friendly weed here isn't contagious.
Oh, good. Good.
Despite your unease, you hire the pair, and the 3 of you immediately set out for Fort Belurian, a short journey to the north.
I just want to say I'm glad that these spores will not be causing us to act. I only like to be controlled by gods that I've never met or spoken to.
I'll be honest, I'm like a little disappointed that we don't get to get molded, I don't know.
You wanted to get spored up?
Yeah, I want to get the Last of Us. I want to get I was going to say capoeira. I was trying to get cordyceps or whatever the mold is.
Oh, right, yeah, right.
I don't like that this cleric is basically written like a 12-year-old. All right, let's move on a little bit.
Let's see. Maybe it'll blossom out.
Yeah.
Despite your unease, you hire the pair, and the three of you immediately set out for Fort Belurian, a short journey to the north. It's run by these Flaming Fist mercenaries, Kawash explains. They claim control over the territory you want to explore, and all adventurers need to purchase a charter from them to have permission to wander about Chult. Or they throw you in chains.
Or?
This dude loves or.
Sorry, I had to act in that.
I know, he had to.
That was a good commit to the bit, Paul. I really appreciate that.
Kualupe draws a thin finger across his throat. You gape at your guides. That sounds like extortion! Yeah.
Cha.
So we have to get certified? What? Like we gotta go to the board?
Yeah, you gotta get paperwork, I guess.
God, the bureaucracy on this jungle island.
And maybe that's why the T-Rex attacked us. We didn't have the proper paperwork.
Resigned to the unfairness of the situation, you follow Kawasha's guidance and make your way to Fort Belurian. There you find Commander Liara Portier, who agrees to sell you a charter at a hefty price. Almost every bit of money you have left. That's just an advance for us, Liara tells you. It pays for the first part of our half of all the treasure you all out of the jungle.
What?
Hold on. Okay.
You almost choke at the way she's trying to rob you, and decide not to tell her there's no way she can have half of the only treasure you care about, the Ring of Winter.
Oh, yeah. They split it in half like the end of Mean Girls. Everyone gets a part.
I think that's probably the direction, yeah. The next day, well rested and with charter in hand, you take off into the jungle to look for Artis Cimber. Quasha lays out your options for you. There are two ways to head out from here. We can either march toward Camp Righteous or toward Kir Sabal.
They're going to say like Camp Righteous or Camp Fuckboy.
Camp Righteous is run by the Order of the Gauntlet, a troop of Templars who see it as their holy mission to rid the world of the scourge of the undead. They're good people, if perhaps a bit arrogant. Their camp is off to the southwest, and there's no one who knows the western part of the island better than they do. Kir Sabal, to the southeast, is an ancient monastery run by a tribe of Arakakra, a kind of bird people with heads like eagles.
Oh, I know where we're going.
Because they can fly, they can see all over. No one knows the eastern part of the island better than they do. Kualupe stares straight at you with eager, unblinking eyes as Kawasha says to you, "It's your call, boss. Which way do you want to go?" You mull your options carefully, eager to complete your mission as quickly and cleanly as possible so you can get back home. Are we looking for Templars or are we looking for bird people?
I mean, I am definitely defer to the bird people. I feel like the choice should actually be which side do we think the ring is at, on the west side or the east side of the island. But we have zero idea right now.
No, we have no clue. We have no clue. I don't know where there would be more ore, so I can't say that I have any sort of skin in this game. So we can go to the bird people.
Bird people!
With Kawasha and Kualupe in the lead, you work your way along the eastern bank of the river Tiriki toward Kir Sabal. Over the course of the days that it takes you to carve your way through the jungle there, you come to respect your guides. They may not be able to bring you directly to Artis Cimber, but they're willing to give your quest their all. One day, as dusk is falling over the jungle, you come upon a clearing that allows you to see through the thick canopy overhead. As you gaze up into the darkening sky, you spy a 300-foot-tall tower of rocks in the distance. While it seems to have been naturally formed, its narrow faces fall away almost straight down from the peak. These are punctured by several small caves, and someone has added fragile-looking ladders that run between a number of them. A smoky fire blazes atop the tower, and you realize that it must be visible for many miles around, especially in the dark of night. "What's that?" you ask.
Who dare?
What this?
Who dat ninja?
It is known as Firefinger, Kawasha says. Word is that such signal towers once dotted the land of Chult, making it easy for the people who guarded it to communicate with one another over long distances. Most of the towers were knocked over or crumbled away long ago. As far as I know, this is the only one left. Then who keeps the fire lit? Kawasha frowns. That's the work of a tribe of terrafolk, flying dinosaur people.
Cool.
Wow, the terrafolk. I love them.
The terrafolk, not the bird folk at all. The terrafolk. Got it.
Who have taken over Firefinger. They've become a plague upon this land.
Oh, I hate plagues.
Lots of plagues on this land.
Uh-huh. Maybe we're the plague.
They like to swoop down and grab their victims, carrying them high into the sky, and then drop them to their doom.
Awesome.
So they're reverse goblins. Got it. Okay.
You shudder at the thought, as you peer into the tower, a horrible cry echoes over the land. What could you possibly have done to upset your god so much that he keeps throwing these dangers into your quest?
I told you never to get on a ship.
Are you there, Clangedon? It's me, Gimli.
Why do you want this frost ring so bad? Is it worth it? Please take this burden from me.
You stare at your guides in horror as the cry grows louder. I think a fight's coming up.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I just got to say I'm upset that we don't have stats. I just want to say that real quick.
I'm upset we don't have 10.
Yeah, where's 10? Ah, 10.
Well,
No,
you have
10.
10 too. Huh?
I have 10 too.
That's true.
Yeah. 10 too? Cut back to the corpse of your horribly mangled Ankylosaurus.
No, he starts to stir, and he just goes like,
My life is better now. I love
is
this
better
life.
Joy. I missed my father.
Where are you, father? Kupalue stabs a finger towards a patch of sky, and when you look up, you spy a flock of terrafolk winging their way towards you. They have long pointed heads, and their leathery wings stretch wide to catch the air beneath them. They're moving your way fast, and you feel your hand itching for your warhammer's grip. Now we're getting dwarfy.
Yeah.
Kupalue readies his spear to hurl at the creatures, but Quasha gestures at him to lower it. Then he curses your luck. Fuck, he says, and then turns to you for advice.
Wait.
We can try to fight them if you like, Quasha says. Perhaps your dwarf battle god will give us the edge we'd need. Were Kupalue and I here alone, though, we would never attempt it. It would be simpler to lose ourselves in the jungle, either to the east or beneath the canopies where such flyers are loath to follow. But this is your mission, so we'll follow your lead. What will it be? Head to the east, into the jungle, fight the terrafolk, or head south into the jungle? That's a different way to go.
Normally, I would only care about Ore, but I am pissed off about Tin, and I want revenge on something.
Damn. I like our brain is. I had the exact opposite urge of like, well, if we can run and survive. We should hide in the canopy. But I also do want to spend more time with Sauron. You know, I mean the
Sure.
Marvel,
Oh,
the Marvel
course.
dinosaur villain, not
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not. I would never think that you would want that. Jay.
They had to have known when they named that guy.
Oh, they knew. They knew what they were doing.
They're like, well, who's gonna sue us? Books?
What's he gonna do? Crawl out of a book and sue us?
Jesus Christ. Okay, so are you guys fighting?
I guess so. I'm looking for. Listen, just for 10. We look
for 10. I scream as I run.
We charge.
I was not sent to Chult to hide beneath the trees. You tell Kawasha as you ready your warhammer for the coming battle. With Clangedon's help, we shall acquit ourselves well. And victory shall be ours. Have it your way, Kawasha says as he postures himself behind you. You notice that Kupalue does the same. Just be sure to take them down fast, otherwise it's up and away for us for sure. The terrafolk circle overhead for a moment after they reach you, and then they dive straight down for you, unleashing the blood-curdling screech.
Sorry, can I know we're taking so long in this book, and I'm sorry to stop you. I am transfixed on these guides who are so professional. So professional. They're like, listen, I have normally these things would just kill us and then be the end of our lives. Yeah. But, you know, the customer's always right. What do you want to do?
Listen, there's not a lot of rules on this island. There's a lot of chaos. A lot of competing plagues going on. But you know what? One thing does ring true in this, and that is the customer is always right. The commitment to customer satisfaction is not sacrificed on this
These
island.
are some dedicated guides. They're like, whatever you want, boss.
Hey, you hired us to tell you what the smart thing is to do, but
I'm thinking about like working retail, and if one of the customers was like, "Hey, can you help me carry the Xbox 360 out to my car? By the way, you also might get murdered." I'd be like, "No, you're on your own."
The Terrafolk circle overhead for a moment after they reach you, and then they dive straight down for you, unleashing blood-curdling screeches as they go. You take aim at the apparent leader of the flock. As he swoops to snatch at you, you swing your hammer at his skull, knocking him out of the air. You shout in triumph, "Boom!"
Boom goes the dynamite, you say.
Hachi machi, you say in Dwarvish. As you turn to find your next foe, a pair of the creatures attack you at once, sweeping in to grab both of your arms.
No.
You wail in fear and frustration as they haul you high into the air.
Oh,
you use your last breath to scream out a prayer to Clangadin as they drop you to your death. The end.
Okay.
I'm just going to say, listening to me is a great idea.
I just also like the recurring theme of God will not help you here.
We are in a godless land.
Kind of like making breakfast or something. He's like, I'll get there.
The voicemail message is just red and beeping in the corner. He's like, I should get to that.
I love imagining what is happening for Volo during all of this, because he watched us go off into the woods. A dinosaur roared, goblins screamed, and then we were flung into the sky. And then we rematerialized, went back into the woods, and were attacked by fucking pterodactyl creatures.
He can see us over the canopy from far away. He just sees a small dwarf being lifted away.
I like the way I want to do this is you're dropped, you cast Revivify on yourself. The old Cleric's Feather Fall. You take fall damage and then heal afterwards.
Okay, all right. We're out of a lot of spell slots, but we're down to our last life.
Yep. I guess you just walk back to
Volo.
I'd be down not to have to reset completely, but
listen to our guides. Actually,
listen to our guides and go into the canopy is what I would say.
Okay.
So his only directions are.
This one's hard.
This one is hard. This is hard.
Amazon review too hard. Died too many times.
I guess into the jungle, south is where the canopies that would deflect them are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the second option seemed like the canopies.
Yeah, but you can also head east if you want.
No. Let's go to the canopy.
Okay.
I'm gonna game theory, choose your owns. If you die and you go back, you know that you're probably at the furthest point from another die that you can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Sure.
There's not gonna be 2 dies on one page, 2 die choices, right? Right?
I don't. Well, we've been coming from RL world where you only ever get 2 options, and it's about 4 in the entire book.
Right.
So,
right.
The 3 options are luxurious, I'll say.
Yeah. Let's go into the canopy.
A panoply of choices.
South, you shout at Kawasha and Koopalue. Koopalue. I always fucking mess up Koopalue.
If you want to just say tin every time, it's fine.
South, you shout at Kawasha and Tintin. And your guides immediately spin that way and dive into the jungle's thick underbrush. You follow them, and not a moment too soon, from behind you come the frustrated cries of the Terrafolk as they swoop into the clearing where you just stood. Where are we going? You ask your guides as you hear the Terrafolk skimming over the treetops above you, raking at the canopy with the tips of their wings.
We hate the canopy.
Stupid place where we live. Away from them, Kawasha answers. After that, we'll figure it out. By the time night falls fully over the jungle, the Terrafolk have given up their pursuit of you, at least for now. Unable to set up a proper camp for the night, you and your guides hunker down in a tight clump of bamboo. It prevents any larger predators from getting to you, although it doesn't keep away a single insect.
Oh, bugs in the jungle?
Worst camp ever. The next day, you hear the Terrafolk overhead, and you continue to the south, avoiding any open areas that may expose you to the vicious creatures. You and your guides walk in silence so as not to alert those savage hunters. When you finally emerge from beneath the jungle canopy, the Terrafolk seem to have given up on chasing you. However, you find yourself faced with a massive wall of thorns at least 20 feet tall. This is Dungrunglung.
Sure,
Oh, okay.
sure, fine.
This is Dungrunglung, Kawasha informs you. Home of the grungs, humanoid versions of poisonous frogs.
Oh, Dungrunglung, where the grungs are from.
Are they friendly? Much more so than the Terrafolk, Kawasha says with a wide grin. And they might have seen your Artis Simber. To ask them, I guess we got completely thrown off the trail of going to the bird folk, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
What happened? What happened with that? Okay, yeah.
I think we would have had to go east to meet bird folk, and we went south. For
Fine.
frog folk.
I'll find it and befriend and love a frog wife. That sounds fine.
Frog wife.
Lick her back and get like acid trips. It's gonna be the perfect marriage.
To ask them, we'll have to make our way through the giant maze they've constructed out of this horrible thorny
Oh.
Shut up.
Cool.
Thorn maze. Thorn maze to frog wife.
Is there like a maze on the page that you have to solve, Kevin?
No, I wish. That would have been amazing. You thank Clangadin that you found guides sharp enough to help you navigate such a twisty maze, or you might have been stuck inside it forever. This maze was definitely cut for time.
There's an expanded maze.
No,
section.
we're not putting a full color maze into this book. There's no way.
When you finally reach its exit, you see that the maze wall surrounds a small lake lined with reed huts. Or maybe this might be rewarding us for picking these guides instead of finding our own.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
There's an island in the middle of the lake, on which sits a 60-foot-tall shrine of a giant frog. It seems as though you could enter the shrine via a stairway that leads into the frog's massive belly. That's a big frog. As soon as you step into the village, several frog-like humanoids with brightly colored skin and gigantic eyes approach you.
One of Chad's wives.
They are short and gangly, with long limbs and sticky fingers,
Yeah.
and their skin glistens in the tropical sun, sexily, sensuously.
Sensuous.
Short bows are strung across their backs, and they carry sharp knives in their hands that drip with some noxious poison. "Greetings, strangers," a regal gold-skinned grung shouts as he emerges from the shrine. "Have you come here to drive away the undead who plague our land, and to sample our many wives?"
That sounds an awful lot like I'm trading wives for work, and I do not know if I am into that.
I think they are two separate but equally important things on our quest. Paul.
Okay, all right, sure. As long as these are not related, I am okay with it.
It's not an exchange. It's just while we're also here.
It just so happens. Sure.
I guess it's side quest time. Help the frogs or refuse to help.
Of course we help the frogs.
Do you think they have ore?
I mean, is there any ore in a swamp? Like, we're not really in, like, Rocktown at all, are we?
No. It's all like a rocky pillar. And,
yeah,
with fire on it. And I figured it was dwarf time for you, but...
No.
If there's no... All right, well, if we're not going... If there's no... It's fine, but the ore lust rises, I'll say that much.
I feel like before we make our choice, there would have been a natural, like, dialogue from us back to the frog people saying, "Hey, do you know where... You seen a ring anywhere? You seen this, like, Arcturus guy?"
Yeah, can't we get, like, a lead at least before we take the job?
I think that would be impolite, which is why it's not an option.
Sure. Let's help the frog people.
Yeah.
All right, let's help the frog people. "Of course we'll help you," you tell the golden grung. "Any souls stalwart enough to stand against the evils of the undead are friends of Clangadin and his faithful." "Then prove your faith," the golden grung shouts. By the way, you guys avoided death. If you had said no, I think you'd be dead.
Sure. He just stabs you with one of his poison spears.
Yeah.
You know what? I think the general rule now is whatever my ore sense speaks for us to do not listen to it.
"Then prove your faith," the golden grung shouts. At a gesture from him, a secret door in the thorn maze swings wide, and a handful of zombies that have been trapped inside surge out.
Wow. Maybe prep us a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The grung warriors use spears to herd the undead monsters toward you.
Seems like they got a pretty good handle on this whole zombie situation to me.
As they get closer, you step in front of Quasha and Koopalue, aka Tintin, aka Tintu, and hold your blessed hammer high before you. Pretend Francis trained me well for multiple NPC nicknames. Get back, foul creatures, you shout at the zombies. By the power of the great god Clangadin, I banish you from these people's home. Wow, now we're getting dwarfy. The zombies cower before you and rush back into the maze.
Oh! Okay.
The grungs send up a cheer, and the golden grung favors you with a wide smile as he swims elegantly from his island to the lake shore.
Marry me, he says.
I will be your wife now.
These zombies are really pliable zombies. They don't seem like a problem to me.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not used to zombies going, whoa, terror, and like running away, as opposed to just destroy them.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're very docile.
The golden grung introduces himself as King Grok,
cool.
The leader of the people of Dung Grung Long.
Is there a Queen Grok?
Would you like me to be your Queen Grok?
You don't see no ring of winter on his finger. I am thrilled to have such good and powerful friends as yourself. Tonight you feast with us.
Cool.
A wild cheer goes up among the grungs, and they escort you forward to sit at the edge of the lake with King Grok. There, when you finally have a quiet moment, you ask the grung leader about artisanal.
Politely ask at the right time.
Politely.
Yeah. Wait till he's a little bit drunk and having a good time, and a little bit belly full, and then like, I gotta go.
Hey, I don't know what made me think of this, but I got a question for you, King Grok.
I hope this is very Muppetsy, but I hope like all the food is like fly pies and like
it's like Hook. They're all like puddles of like multicolored liquids that we're eating.
Yeah.
I hope it's just like a fly the size of an apple.
Oh my god, that's so disgusting and gross.
There's like a big bite out of it.
Oh my god. They like drink from a mosquito's like proboscis like a straw. They're just like
yeah, you pull them you pull the mosquito needle out, stick it into its belly, and
it just kind of caves inward with each slip.
Oh, like a Capri Sun, just like losing.
That's frogs, baby.
I can make a home here.
King Grok gives you a sad shake of his head. I have not seen such a person as you describe. However, I will instruct my people to look for him and report back with any news they might find. If he has wandered within a day's travel of our amazing abode, I will hear about it for sure. You're disappointed by this news, but you readily accept the king's offer of help. Now, let us talk no more of such things. He says, today is a day of celebrations. He slaps his long-fingered hands together and flicks his yard-long tongue.
Wow!
Oh my.
At which a dozen blue-skinned grungs come out to take you and your guides away to prepare for the feast.
That we didn't do the feast yet?
Is this? Oh, I thought that was the feast.
Yeah.
Is this a frog harem?
Your new friends bathe and pamper you in a way you've never experienced.
Oh no, they're eating us.
Once you're clean, they paint your skin a golden hue to match that of the king himself.
I love it.
Okay.
You're not sure how comfortable you are with such treatment, but if it helps the natives see you in a kinder light, you're not about to argue.
As they're putting gold paint on your butt, you're like, I guess if this will help people feel more comfortable.
Kawasha is painted not in gold, but orange, and Kupalue remains relatively green because his moldy exterior doesn't take paint all that well.
That's fair.
But you can see that an honest effort was made to spray him silver.
Oh, that's good. They tried.
Your new friends bring you into the first floor of the shrine, a large single room, where you find King Grok waiting for you. The front part of the room is occupied by a pool of clear water lined with glowing fungi. The king sits in the back of the room in a basin of water raised 10 feet off the floor, and at his signal, the feast begins. I had this shrine built as a tribute to my beloved goddess Nanganang.
Nanganang.
That's different. Can we merge these gods? Clang a nang.
Says King Grok. Do you think she could possibly be anything but impressed by my efforts? You agree that no one could resist such flattery, but when the king presses you for more details, you devour your food instead and decline to answer him with a full mouth. You hadn't realized how hungry your time in the jungle had made you, and you stuff yourself silly. Unfortunately, that night you learned that the food that's good for grungs isn't always good for dwarves.
Oh,
especially
no!
when it's eaten raw. You die clutching your belly and praying to Clangeddon for relief. The end.
Are you kidding me?
The god doesn't help us again!
Are you kidding me? We die of dysentery?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm tired of these do-nothing demigods that are all sitting on their hands, not saving our lives.
I think that's your last life.
Yeah, if Clang can't protect our scrotums or whatever, like, what kind of good is this god?
This is the first time I think we've used all 3 lives in a choose-your-own adventure book.
Usually we just tap out of like, please no more of the.
We weren't even given a chance to tap out.
I say that was Into the Jungle.
Yeah, oh yes, that's it.
Yeah, I like us dying. I like that we were essentially the next morning the grungs will be like, and now adventurers, it's time for you to marry into the royal family, and they just walk in and just see us just like our dead body covered in shit,
bloated bodies,
and bloated body, just like oh no, and they just push us into the water and just like get this out of here,
quick, put them in the zombie pit now.
Wow, what a way to go.
That was something.
I feel like let us I don't know, give us a little bit of a choice on like, do you eat the food or not? I don't know.
Right. I feel like we were given a choice, right? And it instantly took us to our peril. We were never given a chance to be like, do you maybe want to get off this track? Like
what was the choice that we made just to go to them, right?
You guys went south instead of east, I think.
And this entire thing was one long frog journey into death. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think all of the forks off of going south were all death. So I think your only hope was to go east back there.
We had a nice time that last night. We probably, we died. The last couple hours were probably really painful, but
yeah, I think we died the happiest we could have on this island. Besides dying next to Tin, that was the most happy that we were.
If I can offer a note to Matt Forbeck, not dwarfy enough. Where's the
well, this was a dwarf out of water situation for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're really pursuing the cleric angle here, and that's fine. But like, your god doesn't even help you out that much.
No,
he lit
God
you on
sucks.
fire once. Yeah, God sucks.
Clang-a-lang sucks. Clang-a-lang doesn't do shit for us.
I didn't even get the impression that our big cool moment where we scared the zombies away was even religious power in any way. It just seemed like they saw our hammer and were like, whoa, I don't want that happening to me.
That looks like bad news. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. I value my undead life.
Yeah, it sounded like docile zombies. That's all it sounded like to me.
Yeah, and it's a little underwhelming for just like, some regular... They didn't even say that they were grung zombies. They're like human zombies. Or they were just zombies. Like... I understand, like, I think they were under some restrictions to get this into the 8 to 12 range because all the deaths are very Looney Tunes, apart from, like, dying of
food poisoning, bloated food poisoning,
Yeah.
But even that was the way you did a great job narrating, Kevin. Even that was, like, phrased very much like, you got an upset tub-tub.
Mm-hmm.
I had a blast of that adventure. I'm just still like, that was a hard journey.
Great job, great voices, great characterizations.
Thank you.
Really tough.
Really tough. Lots of ways to die.
Like a jungle. It was true to a jungle.
Yeah.
Like Upton Sinclair's The Jungle, in which the main character shat himself to death eating rat hot dogs.
It's killed in every way that is possible in a meatpacking factory, including eating rotted, fetid meat.
If they do another dwarf one, I'll probably buy another one of these endless quests because
Yeah. Also, throw other like I'm happy being this was our adventure into Chult. If people listening are like, I just got to know more. What's in that jungle?
Yeah,
sure. I'll go into it again.
We could reprise that here on Goosebuds or maybe on Camp Goosebuds.
That would be a good place to do it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the expanded bonus.
For those who don't know, Camp Goosebuds is our Patreon exclusive episode that comes out once a month where we do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
No rules.
No rules, Goosebuds.
But Paul, how many thousands of dollars do you have to pledge in order to listen to Camp Goosebuds?
It's so cheap and affordable. You don't have to sell a Clangadon or a whatever grung to get your hands on the episode.
I like that after years of doing this, we have gotten marginally better at selling our Patreon.
I think I got worse instantly there.
That's right. If you want to support the show and get access to bonus content, you go to patreon.com/goosebuds. Also access to our Discord full of very nice, cool people, and get to vote on books we read sometimes. This is actually one where usually for adventures we do polls. For this one, we saw this one and the dwarf drum started speaking to Kevin, and we're like, we gotta do this.
I mean, I gotta buy dwarf products, so Wizards makes more.
Yeah.
All right. I think the next poll needs to be all dwarf stuff. We need to find all dwarves.
All dwarf, yeah.
All dwarves all the time, and let the people vote on the dwarves that they want us to encounter.
Yeah, dwarf buds. My corruption of this podcast is now complete.
I've already been becoming more of a dwarf body over pandemic, so like that's fine with me.
Hey, dwarf is beautiful, dude.
Thank you. Hey, you too, man.
I did like that there was a comment on our Patreon episode recently that said that the last episode was the first episode of Goosebuds where Kevin was officially a member because he took the gloves off and Cinema Sins. Yeah.
The Cinema Sins like glove smack across my face got quite a reaction from listeners, and I think in a great way.
Yeah,
I think it was good. Yeah,
let's see who said that. It was Cardboard Walk said that, by the way.
Yeah. I've finally achieved manhood by killing Chad and marrying Paul.
If you haven't listened to our previous episode on Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween, it is a blast. I greatly enjoyed talking about that movie with you all. And
that was a fun episode.
I hope they just keep doing a Goosebumps movie every year. Just keep doing them. Straight to DVD. Put them out.
We're getting the third one, so.
Well, shit. Is that it?
I think that's it.
We're all kind of stunned from all the deaths we've had.
Yeah, Chult kind of like... I feel raw, right? Like we went into the jungle and we grew as people.
Yeah, I got Chulted.
Yeah.
I hope Tin 2 was okay. Like, I'm gonna assume because he's fungus, his digestive system processed it a lot differently and better.
Everton, as we will call them now.
Everton.
Because Everton, the Undying.
Yeah.
Tin didn't really do anything.
No.
And Kawasha didn't do anything either.
Tin stole my heart, okay?
They said Kawasha was a druid, but if you're a druid, pretty much all you're going to be doing is turn into a rat because it's awesome to turn into a rat.
That's the animal form you pick as the rat?
Yeah, so you can scout ahead.
You scatter. You can also scatter really easily.
Yeah. I'm just a little old rat. Don't worry about me.
Just throw me a little piece of cheese and I'll be happy. Well, I think that's been a Goosebuds. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you next time, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. This episode of Goosebuds is brought to you by our wonderful Patreon supporters, including these fantastic people: Stefan Jive Turkey Kuwabara,
Hollis Hornbeak,
Cameron Murphy Audio,
Michael McDowell,
David Cron,
Josh Robertson,
Nikki C,
Nathan Dolezal,
Clayton C,
Mike Lanteri,
Buddy Morrill,
Mel Dipson,
Jim Greaves,
Sankeith,
Ailcade,
Danky McStanky,
Aaron T. Strong,
Dango Twist,
Victor,
Afshin,
Brian Wells,
Stealth Bates,
Becca McWilliams,
Zen Tackles,
Joseph Miranda,
Patrick Reynolds,
Scott Colopy,
Robert Moon,
Jason Crooker,
John Keaty,
Clay Castle,
Miguel Pardo,
Christina Doling,
Third Sergio,
Scaff.
Low Belly hate me?
Why are you adding questions?
I love the questions.
You know why.
Oh, I know why.
Matthew the Necro Fan Male Nomicon.
Reinfected?
Maddie.
Ishak Arafin.
Alan Sailor.
Sam Hash.
Cody Redfield.
Bradford Goulter.
Aiden Alexander Dice.
Sniggy.
Jar Jar Slinks.
Oh my god.
Joshua Jacobwitz.
Justin Wagman.
Gregory D. Warren.
Chosen One.
Jonas Blotterman.
Leviathan.
Rich Hilborn.
Up and Champ.
Jonas Engman.
Alicia Grafe.
Cardboard Walk.
Trent Davis.
Beloyster.
Brock Graham.
Carl.
Hey, Paul. Pause for a second. I gotta get something off my chest.
Oh, go ahead.
I think I love broccoli.
Me too.
Oh.
Me
hey,
too.
broccoli's... I'm coming around to broccoli in these later ages. I get this.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Roast that shit.
Yeah.
I like a broccoli. Oh, yeah. Get some color is flavor, everybody. So.
The John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation.
Joe Gorman.
Elusive Koala.
Yanni Makovina.
I love when we sing just like a fun tuneless bit to somebody's name. I did that earlier, and I was like, I don't even know where I was going with that.
Like we're a grandparent with like a tray of yams or something.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I've come with the yams.
Guys, music is a journey, right? You figure it out as you go.
Paul Grasso.
Trans rights.
Hell yeah.
Taylor Dirks.
Joe, remember to save early and often. Scott.
Joe.
Brooke X.
Corey Shelley.
Besus Christ.
Christian Van Skyver.
Drew Applegate.
Jeremy Lowe.
Space Tiger.
Trendy Moron.
Brian Hobgood.
Slum Lord Onion. Don't be a Slum Lord Onion.
Jordan Lockwood.
Foolish for Deborah.
Zach Connor.
Ooh, it's got electric in it. Connor Church.
Vincent Modica.
Luke Noodles.
Patreon_donator, yo.
Joe, Spooky Digital Ghost, Tierney.
Hugh Bolin.
Sam Bambino.
Tom Whittam.
Nicholas Johnson at your service.
Kevin Hamilton, pleasure to meet you.
Andrew, keep up the good work, everyone. Jadzik, at your service and at your families.
Oh, yes, it is I, Lord Cornwallis, who has called you all here.
Wow, just stepping on my name, Lord Cornwallis. Elizabeth Steedweg.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got so excited because I am a Lord of the Cornwall.
Cardamom, Birkenbino.
Andrew Evans?
I almost won again. I almost stepped on you. Because I'm Daddy's happy apple boy.
Oh, yeah. Nathan Remick.
Devaldi.
John the Howling-Eyed Duda.
Goon Cahoots.
SNES Chalmers.
Sean Minogue.
Reed Stubendike.
Joey Evans.
Wormtown Glenn. Just made me
Love Wormtown Glenn. Are you from
Wormtown
Worcester? I wonder if he's from Worcester.
No way. Is that really a thing that people say? Wormtown?
Yeah, we call Worcester Wormtown.
Oh no shit! I just thought it was a fun place to be from called Wormtown.
Tell us more about yourself, Wormtown Glenn.
Wiggle it.
Buff cat.
Some cool chads are cool and not frat chads. You see, don't know. That was a sentence that I had no idea where it was going the whole time.
Carewise Gamgee.
John Pigeon Hat Barber.
Cameron Hansen.
Paul, watch out. Slink is behind you.
Oh,
Got him. You got him.
he wasn't there. You jerk.
Oh.
Chip Handsome.
Is it me? Matt McClellan. Hi, Matt. What's up?
Stinklich.
Swaggy Old Squire.
Now that was crooning right there.
Thank you.
Generally depressing.
Etonomore.
Alex Moon, the robot dog.
Yeah.
Ben Bohan.
Sarah Kemp.
Tanya Turtle.
Chili Dish Gambino.
Dan.
Chris Pittman is a bone wizard.
Hey, Eric. It's gonna be all right. You're doing a great job.
I really
Sorry
hope...
my voice cracked reading your name.
Oh, no, dude, I hope their name really is Eric, and this is just getting an affirmation out of this episode.
Yeah, that felt real. I liked that.
Eric, you're doing great.
You're doing great, Eric.
Eric, keep it up, man. Boss Garrettson.
Adam, you goofed.
Adam, you fucked up, though.
Juan Jalapeno.
Brett.
Jonas Envoldson.
Calamity Carl.
When dragons rule.
Germ Juice.
Muscles Bear.
Nick Johnson at your service.
Keith Halcrow of Halcrow Co.
A Dakota champion is never late.
Timothy Misodoulakis.
Oh, yeah, Natas.
Clay McCarty.
Matthew Stevens.
Stephen Day.
Parker Lee.
The Venomous Viper.
Hamboat.
Chris. Back to that Mastosphere hustle. Nelson.
Oh, we have someone finally answered back. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is it mine? Is it mine to say?
I think so.
Oh, mommy's sad banana boy.
Are they fated to meet Happy Apple Boy?
I think so.
Is that like,
When will the boys meet?
is this like a Keymaster Gatekeeper situation?
I think this is a Hedwig and the Angry Inch, two halves of the same person coming together.
Oh,
to form
I
a
hope
full.
you guys meet.
Me too.
Ryan Carroll.
Sadie.
Caton Franklin.
Raymond Hernandez.
Flemily.
The Crowfens.
Matthew Sutton.
Megan McCormick Mason.
Jeremy Bowser. His dad works at Nintendo.
Patrick Murphy.
Ninja Breadman.
Hood Lemon.
Carter Glass.
Kelsey Kinnaman.
Got little old moi pretty freaked.
Russell Castberg.
Xavier Jimenez.
Dr. Chocula.
Brendan Arafin.
Liam Neeson's dough?
Chris Putricus.
Jeffrey Owen Cahy.
I like this one. Grammaticus Gore.
That's cool. That's like a teacher in the Mad Max world. Scotty Pippen. We got Scotty Pippen again. He's back.
Jimmy Soul.
Peanutburg, level 69.
Sunset Streak.
Meet Virginia.
Wonderskin.
Dungeon Kappa?
Elliot Thompson 3. Elliot Thompson's Revenge.
Moon Juice, come and get your moon juice here.
MC Hamster, still going strong after the hamster dance.
Zach Ware.
Tom G. Munair.
Kelly the Barbarian.
Ellen G. Jussum.
Tobias.
Ooh. Get the fuck out of
I'm
here,
in his
Paul.
face.
Tobias Clark.
I love you, Tobias. Michael Kupka.
Julian Lamendia.
Adam Muth.
Cod Salmon.
Brendan Neal.
Mike Spaghetti Jones.
Robert Allen Cook the third.
Liana Urenko.
Reed Demption.
The Davy Boy.
Kenny M.
Skelefella.
Dr. Diarrhea.
Ooh. Chris.
I'm glad I got this one.
Yes.
XX Epic Gamer for 2069 XX Smith. I tried to hit the capitalization letters as much as I could.
Yeah,
You did it.
Thank you.
It was good tone. Kieran McNamara.
Diet Soda.
Quigley Jones.
69 Pauly Shore. 311.
Jackie Ledoux.
Coleman Laguza.
Zachary Roberts.
Mark.
Alex Orr.
Ross Short.
Wagmar Wigmere.
And we got some new people in the Book of Names.
Whoa, welcome Book of Names.
And this is a person who's been here, but I don't know. Chad, go ahead. You can do this.
Well, yeah, you've been on the podcast. Thank you for joining the Book of Names, the best little horror house in Philly.
We now own your podcast.
Welcome.
Levi Kidder.
Welcome.
And welcome Dakota Kemp.
Oh, we love you all. Thank you all so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do that.